On today's Tuesday Talk, we are answering a question from a viewer about water. Do we use our freshwater tank and drink out of it? What kind of filtering do we use? That kind of thing.
We do use our 62-gallon freshwater tank.
And we will drink out of it.
We do drink out of it. We have a filter attached to our hose, so any water that comes from the municipal source gets filtered before it gets into our freshwater tank.
Yes.
Every once in a while, we will sanitize the tank, and we just use like a little bit of bleach for that.
Yeah, if you can look it up online, and it will tell you based on the tank size that you have how much bleach you should add with water. And we just we siphon it into the tank, and we let it sit. It's actually better to do that and then drive with it so that it kind of like moves around for a bit, and then you dump it all, and then you fill it back up with water. Sometimes multiple times, depending on who you talk to, and that sanitizes the tank. Yeah,
it's an art as much as it is a science. And when I say a while, like every once in a while, I really emphasize the word while. I think we've done that once or twice since we've owned the Airstream. So not very often, and we haven't had a problem.
No. We're not as picky as a lot of people about water, so that's part of it.
That's true.
Also, we've never been anywhere with we've never filled up with bad water before. So you should read about the campgrounds you're in before you go. Sometimes they have bad water and you don't want to fill up with bad water. Like I think Quartzsite's known for having not so good water. So
Quartzsite, huh?
Yeah. And then when we do our boondocking, we will fill up 4-gallon jugs that we just buy from the grocery store. Either they're already full because they're from the grocery store, we'll fill them up ourselves and we have water. And that way we have easy water accessible without having to turn on the pump, like when we stop on the side of the road and let girls have water, or at night when we don't have the pump on because sometimes the pump makes some noises at night and it wakes me up. So, but yeah, in general, we drink the water from our tank and we fill up at the campgrounds that we are filling up at with one filter.
That's right.
I have looked into the UV filters that a lot of the RVers have gotten recently, a lot of the YouTubers have gotten, and it's very cool, and we may eventually get that in the future, but it's not a high priority. So
yeah, there's all kinds of things you could do with your water, like a reverse osmosis system. My parents had that in their rig. It just depends on how much money and time and, quite frankly, how anal you are, based on where you happen to be traveling. Some places you probably need that stuff.
Yeah.
Other places you might not.
And it also depends on how picky you are about how your water tastes. I know some people who are extremely picky about how their water tastes, and that's part of the reason why they do it. We're not all that picky. As long as it's safe to drink, we're good to go. So that's what we do for water. If you have a question for a future Tuesday Talk like this one, please leave in the comments below and we'll get to it sometime soon.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time.
That's right.
Bye, guys.
Bye. This is grapefruit juice, in a way.